So I wanted to talk a little bit about sobriety and what it's been like for me being sober, choosing to be sober. You know, um, for good. Like this ain't no streak. This ain't no challenge. This ain't no 100 day, 200 day. It's a lifestyle. Um, and the change really came from just really being tired of. All right, I say I didn't know then, but I know now. I was running, right? And I mean, I kind of I kind of knew, like, running from my problems, running from my life and what my life has been, and my certain things that I seen in my life and been a part of, or certain childhood traumas and shit like that. But I just was tired of. I was tired of being. I was tired of not being me, of being like somebody else, you know what I'm saying? Or allowing the alcohol to change me into somebody else. Like, that shit had such a control over me when I used it. It wasn't fun no more. Some people, they drink to have fun and turn up and all of that. But that shit started to just take over, you know what I'm saying? And have control over me. And so one of the things that I've been enjoying is waking up clear-headed, waking up with straight clarity. You know what I'm saying? No grogginess and them nights. I mean, the mornings of waking up from them long nights of just drinking and getting fucked up and your body hurt and you sluggish. You feel like you gonna throw up. Fucking everything move. Like, I was waking up like that, like, every day. You know what I'm saying? Of course, when I was working and shit, I wasn't fucking around like that. But on the weekends and shit, bro, I felt like I had seen somebody say that too. It made so much sense. Like, weekends without alcohol, they're longer, and they're more enjoyable. And I felt that because my weekends, I'm talking about from the time I got off work, bro. So I was working Sunday to Thursday, or sometimes, I had times where I was working Monday through Friday. When I clock out, or if I'm working 2 to 10 or 2 to 12, my fault, whatever shift I was working, bro, I knew my next 2 days I was off, it was on. You know what I mean? Whether I was getting a bottle, 12 pack, for Friday night, you know what I mean? Saturday, same thing. But it just controlled the weekend. The weekends went so fast and they was a blur. Like, everything was a blur. But on a more serious note, alcohol really, I lost some good relationships to alcohol. You know what I'm saying? Just recently I lost and I mean, listen, now that I'm more on the spiritual path, nothing's by coincidence. You know what I mean? It's all supposed to be happening the way it's happening. And I'm a firm believer in that. But I feel like as people, as humans, as spiritual beings having this human experience, we can audible certain storylines. I feel like we do have the power to do that within ourselves. And just recently, I'm going through a separation with my kid's mom of 16 years. And just looking back, I'm like, damn, the nigga I was to her was because of alcohol being in my life, and me abusing it. And it just made me another person. It just turned me into another person when I was on it. I was hard to deal with, hard to get along with. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm pleasant, I'm fun. But when I get to a certain point, you know what I'm saying, nigga, you 10, 12, 13 beers in, or you a half a bottle in, or you a bottle in, you get to change, and your attitude get to change, and you could just be a nasty person to be around. For me, that's how I was. And that's so, and I drunk the entire time we was together, and I treated her like shit the entire time we was together. You know what I'm saying? Not the entire time. Of course we had good days, of course we had good times, and we got good memories, but a lot of them, is overshadowed by the negative shit, you know what I'm saying, that I put her through. And I just was realizing, and that was the nail in the coffin for me with alcohol. Like, I even considered, all right, maybe I could drink and still be productive, and maybe I could drink and I could still do this, and maybe I could drink. And then I just had to realize, and she told me, she had gave me that advice, like, bro, sometimes certain shit just ain't for us, and if as people we realize that, we'll be better off. You know, you try to fit a lot of shit into your life or into your lifestyle or into your circle when it never was for you. And us as people, we don't really want to hear that. You know, we want to be right. We want to be correct about the decisions that we making. And she always used to tell me that, like, you know, you not a drink. You're not a person that's supposed to be drinking. Like, drinking don't do nothing for you. It destroys you. You're a shitty person. You don't get shit done. Like, you're not even cause I'm not a nigga that's gonna go out and I wanted to be that nigga. Yo, I'm gonna go out and get a drink. I want to go out and get a beer. I always seen that on the TV shows. Niggas drinking a beer, drinking 2 beers and shit, having the time of their life and playing darts and eating pretzels and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't that type of nigga, bro. I'm going to either drink or I'm not going to drink. And if I'm not going to drink, that means not a drink, not a half a drink. I ain't drinking. If I drink, I'm drinking the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get to where I'm trying to go. And she used to always tell me that, but I never paid it no mind, because it sounded too much like her trying to take something from me that I enjoyed or I thought I enjoyed doing. So I was defensive in that too. We had a lot of fights and arguments over this drinking shit, and she used to say that too towards the end of our run. And towards the end of my run with alcohol, it's unfortunate that I chose to not go forward with alcohol, and I still end up losing out on a relationship. But she used to always tell me, like, you choose that shit over us, over the family, over me. You always, and I'm like, no, I don't. I love you more than I love any of this shit. But you know, in retrospect, she was right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that alcohol shit, because it just helped me escape. It never was good for me. I knew it was bad for me, but it just helped me. It helped me, or I thought it helped me escape. You know what I'm saying? I was scared. You know what I mean? There was a lot of shit I ain't want to face head on. I ain't had the courage. I ain't had the strength. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm facing this shit head on, and I'm dealing with shit, and I'm overcoming it, and I'm going through it and not around it. But you know, sobriety is a beautiful thing. Living life the way God intended for you to live life is a beautiful thing. You know, I got so many stories, so many horror stories of alcohol. And I kept doing that shit though. Like, I had the worst night of my life where I have some crazy diabolical shit happen, but that's one thing about alcohol. You're gonna use that shit when you happy, when you sad, when you scared, when you regular. You know what I'm saying? It just don't matter. It's an addiction. It's a drug. You know what I'm saying? And a nasty drug. A not talked about enough drug. You know what I'm saying? They don't even classify it as a drug. That shit a drug. One of the worst drugs. But yeah, you know, I lost relationships off that shit though, man. You know, I lost a lot fucking with the alcohol shit, for real, if you want to be technical. You know what I'm saying? I done lost jobs. Yeah. Not like, oh, you on, go home, but just I was never to full potential. I was never to my full potential. I'm still working on that now. I was never to my full potential. Dealing with alcohol won't allow you. I don't give a fuck who you is. You is never going to be at your full potential, bro, if you are addicted to a substance, bro. You could be 60, 70. You could feel like you at 100. You could be 60, 70. You could feel like you at 100. Imagine if you get rid of the habit that you have or the addiction that you have, bro. And if you already a person that feel like you at 100 and you still get on and do shit like that, imagine how you'll feel if you take that shit out your life. That shit ain't doing nothing but killing you. You know what I'm saying? Destroying you, your health. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm gonna have some more of these videos. I want to do some more of these videos just talking about sobriety, what it's been for me, what it is for me, and then just talking about, you know, just maybe like story time or something like that. You know what I'm saying? With alcohol and the disasters that I've had. You know what I'm saying? with alcohol. I had good times, but I had a lot of bad times. You know what I'm saying?